happy Sunday, everyone. Today it's my 21st day on my 90 days Go Live challenge. For those who doesn't know me, this is Marta. I'm an online business. I help others to build their business and run it successfully. And we do it across the globe. It's an online business that works from any part of the globe. So yes, so today is my 21st day, and I talk about different topics. And so for those who doesn't know me, I come from Spain. I don't know if I said my name, Marta from Spain. And so I'm based in Spain, and I'm just coming alive today to talk about a little bit of more personal topic, but still as important for this online business that I'm running. And the topic that I'm going to choose today, it's about neurodivergence. Because when we talk about neurodivergence, we talk about brains that they work differently. They are wired differently. They are connected differently. Like we're talking about, autism, ADHD. What's the other one called? The dyslexia also can be neurodivergency. But because society has been built for only one type of brain, so it just works for the same type of people, and it's built for people who, so if you're a little bit like, if you don't stay still, if you have problems focusing for a long time, if you're not consistent with things, you end up being called lazy, or inconsistent, or out of focus, and basically too much. So, and why do I'm telling you this, and why do I'm talking about this? Because 8 years ago, when my dad died, I had to clean up all the apartment. My mom died 10 years earlier than my dad, so he was the last one of my parents that died, and I had to empty the whole apartment, and that took me a long time. I think I talk about this in a previous Go Live. But anyway, while I was doing this, I was getting rid of their own personal stuff, and I went through a lot of things. And in one of their personal stuff, I found this report, and it was a report about me, about when I was 11. I was diagnosed with ADHD, and I didn't know that. I remember I had problems concentrating in school. I couldn't sit still. I was full of energy. I was everywhere. It was just like, I was full of life, in my opinion. But, probably for a lot of people, I was too much, and I had a lot of problems on concentrating in school. And, they took me, I mean, for myself, I didn't have anything wrong with it, because I love life, and I was very cheerful, and I was everywhere and everything. But of course, I had to fit into society. I had to go to school. I had to sit still. I had to concentrate. I had to, study and go through exams and pass them, and pass the course and everything. So when you don't fit the mold, you get pointed with the finger so many times, and you're being judged, you're being, and being only a kid, um, everything is, it affects you in many ways. So I remember that day when I read that report. It was uh, it was an emotional roller coaster, um, and but everything made sense to me. Now that I'm a teacher, and now that I know what it's about, ADHD, and I encounter a lot of kids with this and other type of neurodivergence, because let's be honest, the world is not made for one brain. We're so totally different, and there is so many neurodivergent people. And thankfully now it's been more open and people is talking about it, and it's more tools, there is more options, and there is more things for people like this. It's only we need the schools to really like get up to date, because they still don't do anything about it. The classrooms are full of neurodivergence, and they still teach in the same way than 50 years ago. Hello, people. We need change, and we need this from the department, from the educational department, from the government. The government needs to put their things together and adjust to the reality of the classrooms. So um, what happens? Oh, well, I encounter a lot of people and they say, I can't believe you're ADHD, because I'm calm, and I'm not the too much kid that I was when I was a kid, because hyperactivity stops physically, but it doesn't stop in your brain. It goes, it disappears in your physical body, but it goes straight in your brain, and then you have a lot of problems concentrating, getting your words, because your thoughts, they're just in a rush. They're all over the place. So it's hard to focus on the things, because we see everything, we hear everything. Your energy goes up and down, and you struggle on focusing. But at the same time, when you are interested in something, you're hyper focused on that thing. So you only can see this thing, and we have huge creativity. So for years, I tried to feed into regular systems, into regular jobs, and I just end up so exhausted and falling into things that they were supposed to be easy. And that makes it makes an imprint in yourself. But the thing is, traditional jobs, they demand you consistency. It demands you to be there at the same times, to have the same pace than everyone else, to have the same expectations every single day like everyone else. And neurodivergence, we don't work like that. We work in a straight line. We are linear. We're not that way. We just go up and down. As I said, the energy goes up and down, the creativity comes and goes, and brains is just all over the place. And now you think this, and then another thought comes, and then you remember this, and then you have to go there, and it's just you live in a constant chaos. The everyday life is quite chaotic. So um what this is one of the things. Sometimes we get into rush of thoughts, and sometimes it's hard for us to organize our thoughts and get it across. But yeah, that doesn't mean that we cannot be successful. It just means that we're not in the right environment. We need to have an environment that adapts to us, and not the other way around. And why do I say all these things? And I say all these things because that's when my online business come into place. Because in with a person like this, with a person with neurodivergence, with a person that has been suffering of ADHD, um, this online business makes so much sense because it gives you flexibility, it gives you room to creation expression, to creative expression. It gives you room to choose when, how long, and because guys, this digital business is about creating. It's not about forcing. So that's why I'm so happy that I found this digital business. So I want to call out to these people that they can relate to this. If you think, or if you know, and or if you are a neurodivergent, listen to me. There's nothing wrong with you. It's nothing wrong with you. If you ever felt out of place in traditional systems, I tell you, it's nothing wrong with you. You just need the right environment. You just need the right environment. I can say higher, I cannot say clearly. Okay? Okay, this is what I wanted to talk about it today, and I hope that it's been bringing light to maybe someone. So don't take things for granted. Listen to yourself, and yeah, explore things. Because life is to live it, and not to be conformed with what they brought us to us. You don't feel right where you are, just move and find something else. Okay, guys, that's about it for me today. So I hope to see you tomorrow in my next Go Live, and I hope that you have a wonderful night. And tomorrow is a new week, and so I hope the best for the new week. So I'll see you very, very soon tomorrow with a new topic, and have a great night, guys. Bye. Bye bye.